Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. And welcome to another Wind Down Wednesday. Today is going to be all about gentle movements on our rebounder, building our pelvic floor. So I use Pilates almost every day of my life, but I have found that the rebounder has helped increase my pelvic floor strength, and I've been doing this for about 6 months, and I notice a huge difference. So I thought I would bring the routine that I've been doing about 3 times a week to help build my pelvic floor strength. So this is going to be about a 12-minute workout, about a 2-minute warm-up, because I don't believe in working out without warming up. And then we will come for a minute cool down. So once you are ready, you can go ahead, have a step up on to your rebounder, as I will go ahead and start the timer so I stay on time. I do encourage a handlebar. I do find that it helps engage your core muscles and not so worrying about falling off the rebounder, especially as a beginner. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna find our feet a little hips distance apart. I do have my toes slightly turned out. My shoulders are back and down. I have a string pulling me from the crown of my head. My abs are pulled in towards my spine, and my shoulders are relaxed away from my ears. I am gently just health bouncing right now, beginning to warm up, driving my heels down into that resistance mat. My heels are not even leaving the mat, just beginning working on that lymphatic system and getting that lymphatic flow. We're gonna stay here for just a few more seconds, and then we're gonna start adding rotation into our work. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to take your right hand, bring it over to the left. Your left hand is going to come out to the side. You're going to open up that rotational work of the spine, trying to keep the hips square to the bar in front of you. We're going to hold it, still driving our heels down into that health bounce position, getting that lymphatic system to start flowing. Let's hold it for 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back to center here. We're going to do the same thing, both hands back to the center. I'm going to go ahead, take my left hand, cross it over. Right hand's going to twist to the side. I'm trying as hard as I can to keep my hips square to you in front of me. Trying to twist just a little further, driving those heels down. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it back to center. We're going to go ahead, release that right hand off the bar. Arm is going to come straight up over our head. Arm is in line with our ear. We're going to reach over for a little bit of lateral flexion, trying to find that space, cinching that left rib to hip, opening up that right side of the rib cage. Remember that your neck is long in between your arms, and we are breathing through our nose, possibly exhaling through our nose. Let's bring it back up to center. We're gonna switch to the other side. Arm comes straight up. Let's go ahead, reach over for lateral flexion, cinching that right rib to right hip, opening up that left side. Try to keep that neck neutral and long, like you have a string pulling you from the wall in front of you. And let's bring it back up to center. Go ahead, roll those shoulders, and let's quiet that bounce. From here, hold on to your handlebars. Your feet are still hip distance apart, soft bends in your knees. We're gonna start a little bit of walking side to side. So you're just pressing your feet down, possibly not even lifting your feet up. Just moving your weight from side to side. What you're thinking about is the abs are pulled in, your shoulders are back and down. I like to take my hands, put them into prayer, and engage that upper body to make that upper body work as well. Now I want you to think about the pelvic floor. Those abs are pulled in. Anytime you ignite through those deep abs, you're igniting the pelvic floor. It is a sling that comes from the front to the back that holds all of our pelvic organs in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. Let's health bounce here. Just relax it. Knees are driving down. Keeping those abs pulled in. Relaxing those shoulders. Now I want you to take a micro step away from the bar. If you need to hold on to the bar, I just want you to have a little bit towards the edge of the mat. You're gonna have your arms distance apart. Now from here, you can have both hands down, palms are facing you or me, and your arms are gonna come up, driving those heels, working that upper body. As those arms come up, can you feel the abdominals pulling up on that pelvic floor? Think about squeezing those sit bones together, and let's bring those arms down. Again, let's reach towards the clouds. As the arms come up, you're trying to keep the chest and the abs from splaying. So if I turn to the side, I'm in a nice straight line, still driving the heels down, thinking about that connection from that pelvic sling to the belly button. Let's go for 2 more, reaching the arms up. And down. Driving those heels, maybe lifting them up a little bit as you get a little warmer and a little more comfortable. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. The belly button still pulled towards the spine as you bring those arms down. I'm gonna turn back, face you, and just slow the bounce down. Now I'm gonna let you take one foot, whichever one. I'm gonna take my right foot in front of my left foot, so I'm in a staggered stance, holding on to my bar. I'm gonna start rocking forward and backwards. So now as you rock, you don't even have to lift your feet up. You can just drive your heels down into that mat. Keep those abs pulled in. If you can lift your feet up, you just start rocking back and forth. Hold on to that bar if you choose. You can bring one hand to your waist. So from the side, I'm rocking back and forth. I'm still thinking about that connection, holding that sling, rocking back and forth. Soft bend in the knees, driving the heel of the forward foot down. I'm gonna turn face you. Breathe it out, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth or the nose, you choose. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna slow that bounce down. Bring your feet back together and we're gonna switch. So now my left foot is coming in, soft bend in the standing knees. Abs are knitted, shoulders are away. Hold on for balance. We're just rocking back and forth, driving that front knee, that front heel, deeper into that mat. So this is resistance. Driving that heel down, feeling that weight. It's your body weight dropping down. You can always pick up the pace, depending where you are. Hands can come to prayer. You can always make this as intense as you need it, but we're building pelvic floor strength, so I'm trying not to involve the juggling of the pelvis jumping up and down, especially the bladder, which is what we're trying to hold back. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring your feet back to center, a little distance apart. We're gonna drive those heels back to a health bounce here. Now think about maybe turning your toes a little externally rotated, driving the heels down in towards the center of each other. You can really feel that inner thigh connection pulling up through that pelvic floor. I want you to think about squeezing those sit bones together. You can be here, very soft and gentle, depending where you are in your pelvic health strengthening. Ten more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring your feet back to parallel, and we're gonna carefully come to a small stop on the mat. And then we are gonna go ahead, we're gonna have a seat down on our mat. So we're gonna begin. If you have a stability bar, I'm gonna go ahead, have you grab that bar. Your legs are gonna be in between it. We're gonna come into some sit bouncing. So this is definitely more potent in building the pelvic health because you're closer to the weight of the resistance mat. All right, so bar is in between your legs. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lie myself back, arm's length distance. I'm gonna draw those abs in, I'm gonna have a C curve. So I'm tucking my pelvis under and pulling those abs towards my spine. Now gently, I am just rocking up and down. Think about a health bounce, but now your feet are on the floor. You're driving through the heels or flat-footed. You're not up on the toes. Preferably flat-footed, but sometimes for urinary reasons, the heels work a little bit better. So we're just bouncing. We're gonna add on to this in a few moments. Just bouncing up and down, getting that bounce. Everything's moving. Now our abs are really pulled in. We're leaning ourselves back, keeping that C curve. Arms are straight but not locked out. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, stop that bounce. We're gonna lift our right leg up. Left leg, sorry, that's my left leg. I am holding onto this bar. We're gonna do the same thing here. Right leg is flat, we're gonna bounce. Leg, you're trying to hold it up. If you need to use your foot, use your hand to hold that leg up, by all means do so. One hand can be on the bar. So this is why I like a safety bar. If you're more advanced, your hands can come behind. Fingers are facing towards your glutes as you bounce up and down here, bringing in some upper body work. You can also have your hands out if you're more advanced. 10 more seconds. Keep those shoulders away, strong through that core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, place that foot down. Right foot is now coming to table. I'm gonna lean myself back. Abs are being drawn into the spine. Shoulders are back and down. Again, we're gonna begin health bouncing. Or sit bouncing, should I say, in a health bounce. So really just driving that mat down, using those abs, feeling that pelvic floor as your abdominals are stabilizing you. Again, can you try to squeeze those sit bones together, activating the pelvic floor? Remember, hands can come behind. Hands can come up. You choose where you want to be. Ten seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, place that foot down. All right, stability bar in between your legs. Arms, you're gonna reach back. You're gonna bring both knees together. Now use that stability bar, put it in between your calves to make that connection. You're gonna start jumping and you're bouncing. Abs are pulled in, shoulders are back and down away from your ears. Gentle bounce. Arms are really just stabilizing you. You could lift one arm off. You could switch. But think about that pelvis, that pelvic floor, hugging to those abdominals. Everything is staying tight. We got 10 seconds. You're almost there. Breathe it out. 2 and 1. Go ahead, bring both legs down. Oh, you should get a nice core workout from that. You should feel it everywhere. And go ahead, just roll your shoulders, relax your abs for a minute, whatever you need, twist it. And then we are gonna finish up this class with a little bit of bird dog. I'm just gonna move this so it's a little bit easier for you to see. So coming in, we're coming onto our hands and knees. working those abdominal muscles just a bit more. You're gonna have your knees hip distance apart, arms or shoulder distance apart. Palms can be pressed in to that rail of the rebounder. We're gonna extend one leg out. I'm gonna start with my left. Now, difference between this rebounder is this mat is not stable. So it's my job to stabilize my hips. You're gonna drop them, you're gonna square them. Abs are pulled in. You're gonna lower that leg and lift. Squeeze through the core, squeeze the glute as you lift and lower. We're strengthening that sling of the pelvic muscles. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring that knee in. Let's extend the next leg long. So for me, that's my right leg. Hips are not square. Square the hips, stabilize into the mat, drop the shoulders away. You're gonna lower, lift, squeeze, lower, and lift. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, lift it in. Let's bring those knees in. Let's send your hips all the way back. Relax those arms. Now you have that stability bar from one side or the other. I'm gonna have you take your hand that's closest to the stability bar, and then you're gonna thread that other hand underneath it. Just relax yourself down. Try to relax through the abdominals and the core. You can come back, unfold. If you are safe here, you can go ahead, reach your arm out, hold on to the rail, drop your opposite arm. So I'm threading my right arm under my left, maybe extending both arms, extending those hips back, sorry. And from here, just come back to the center. Both hands come back to the rail. Feet come a little bit hip distance apart. Let's just give ourselves some cat-cow. So rounding the spine and exhaling it out. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for 2 more. And 1. Excellent job. You can go ahead, sit your hips back. I'm gonna come ahead, just sit down on my mat. And that is our workout for today. That is our Wind Down Wednesday pelvic floor health and strength. And like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you'd like to see more Pilates on the Rebounder, just drop a comment below and let me know. Until next time, I'll meet you in the studio. Bye.